Même thème, cri du cœur, genre ça ira. Même refrain qui vient de ces zones amochées. Noisy LESC, zone à noche, des vies décalées, des années. Que c'est l'alerte rouge comme condamné, d'étaler, s'en aller ou chialer, jamais. Plutôt qu'à l'aide, on entend crier. Pas anné, ghetto couleur café, non c'est pas gagné. Si tu voulais taper, trop de barons, trop de casaniers qui tiendront pas rond de plus que ça ira, se dit le brave type comme le scélérat. Pour le sale, favelas, même sort, même idée. Qu'on s'en sorte à l'espoir, tous fidèles. Ah, San Paolo, zone à Norche, ça ira. Noisy LESC, ira. Si, ira. Oh, ira. Ghetto youth, faut pas stresser. Ici, ici d'APP. Si, oh.
Tous les ghettos savent que les ghettos salis n'empêche que ça ira. Tous les ghettos savent que les ghettos salis n'empêche que ça ira.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Sacramento Kings. Last game for Sacramento, they picked up the W against Houston. They've only come out in front in one of their first 3 games so far, so a win tonight will be important to them, to be at 500 instead of 3 games under. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but that's going to take a full season of injury-free play to get that confidence back. Full season, Ernie, 82 games.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later on.
Let's meet the starting lineup of the visiting Toronto team. At shooting guard, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At center, Alexis Agenza. At small forward, Nicholas Batum. At the other forward position, Tobias Harris. At the other guard position, Derrick Rose. The head coach of the visiting team is Dwayne Casey. Starting at point guard, 6'0", number 0, Isaiah Cannon. Starting at power forward, standing 6'8", number 35, Kenneth Fareed. Manning the middle, 7 feet 1 inch, number 54, Rudy Gobert. At the other guard position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 10, DeMar DeRozan. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 23, LeBron James. The head coach of your home team is George Karl.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings winning their last game against the Rockets in Houston. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, you know, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. So, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Tobias Harris is out there with Alexis Ajinça. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Batum, and it's Rose in at the 1 spot. LeBron James, by many surveys, and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, for LeBron, he's blazed a trail as far as his business empire is concerned. He gave his childhood friends a chance to manage his affairs. Many thought it was a huge mistake, but he's doing quite well with the guys that he chose.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
And for LeBron, he said he'd like to be a billionaire. It's his ambition to have an influence that goes beyond the game. And guys, he is certainly on his way.
Caldwell-Pope, and he banks in the layup.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Outside Rose. Kicks to Caldwell-Pope. He dishes it to Harris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Kenneth Faried. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high, 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, a monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
And Harris drops them both.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Rose penetrating. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Rose has got his first basket of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Good job. Nice job by Faried to lay into that defender. Put some wood on him with that screen.
And Batum kicks to Ajinça. No good.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Gobert with a screen on Rose. DeRozan against Harris. Here's Gobert. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Pass to Rose. Here's Caldwell Pope. James covering. 6 to shoot. Gobert with the block. They get it back. Here's Harris. Here's Ajinça. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Ajinça's got his first basket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And it's slammed in by Fareed.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Caldwell Pope passes to Harris. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harris has got 5 now.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Screen by Fareed. And DeRozan. Here we go. Great touch on the 16-footer.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Outside Rose. Feeds it to Harris. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
And a moment here now to see the numbers for LeBron James. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in scoring, 7th in assists, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy destined to bring the bacon home for your squad.
The dish to DeRozan. Gobert with a screen for DeRozan. Nice shot by Gobert.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership, give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
Rose against DeRozan. Outside Rose. And again, Toronto no up.
The Kings ended at 18-23 here at home. Not a terrible record for them given how their whole season went kind of up and down and inconsistent. They even had some home cooking in their favor as they were the 2nd best team in free throw differential at home.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, a big thing for the Kings to look forward to is the opening of their new arena. They are still looking at opening the downtown arena in the fall of 2016, and Sacramento couldn't be any more excited.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorer. LeBron James 3rd.
Yeah, he had a terrific year last year, consistent, and ended up being one of the best scorers in the league.
Sacramento making some changes. Mitch McGary's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Gordon comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Isaiah Cannon. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Cauley Stein comes in for Tobias Harris. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And McCollum subbed in for Derrick Rose. Bazemore, the shot is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's DeRozan. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. DeRozan's got 8. Toronto trails by 5. McCollum dishes to Bazemore. They get a hand on it. McGarry with the steal. And the pass to DeRozan. LeBron James on the wing. From the baseline. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Just 4 to shoot. They need this. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his first 2 points. Sacramento leading by 3. Here's the screen. And Matt kicks to McGarry. Can't cash in from close range. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7, and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
McCollum, no good.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Now here's James. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by LeBron. James has got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Toronto calls timeout. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are 2 teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around. Chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. 6th in second chance points, 9th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
Yeah, but you mentioned the second chance points. I mean, you love that determination, and really they just give great effort on every play, always in hustle mode.
Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Sacramento. Kyle Anderson comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Batum passes to Baines. Batum dishes to Baines. And he gets the bucket. Baines has got his first bucket of the night.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Now here's Anderson. It's McGarry atop the key. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Kings lead by 5.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Shots good by Baines.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Here's Mack. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Fast break, Toronto. Bazemore misses.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him. Nothing rattles him.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
So for Toronto right now, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Harris. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's McCollum in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Rose. He had 16 points in the win against Portland.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates. And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Passes it to Cauley Stein. To the left wing. They set the pick. McCollum kicks to Cauley Stein.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Cannon. From deep three-point range, the shot misses. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
Now here's Rose. Here's the teardrop, and he gets it to go. Now just a 4-point Sacramento lead. So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
You know, guys, in a draft that had a lot of top-tier big men as the top picks, Willie Cauley-Stein is a little bit the forgotten man, if you will. But he can be a very impactful player now and down the road as well. Here's a look at some stats for Rose. How he did last season. He averaged about 17 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
And, Greg, I liked his ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration. That allowed him to be a great finisher.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Ryan Hollins. LeBron comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's DeRozan in for Shelvin Mack. Greg, with Cauley Stein, his defense is the first thing that you notice. Very adept at shot blocking already. Does a lot of things, Clark, very well.
But, Kevin, I think it's his agility and the way he moves his feet defensively as a 7-footer. He literally can defend all 5 positions.
That's a great point. His perimeter defense, I mean, makes smaller players something to behold.
Outstanding.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
Take a break.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
The first one falls. And Gobert drops them both. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Rose. Here's Harris, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
Sacramento leading by 5. LeBron passes to Cannon. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 5 assists in the game.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Now the feed to Cannon. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Cannon's got the lead up to 8 now for the Kings.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Here's the floater, and stolen by James. Moving it up. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Harris. Now here's Rose. He's got 6. He kicks to Ajinça. Lets it go from 11. Cannon with the rebound. Kings leading now by 8. High post, Gobert. Jacks up a 3. LeBron, no luck. For Toronto, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Harris setting the pick for Rose. At the elbow, it's Harris. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. 6 on the shot clock. Rose dishes to Ajinça. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Ajinça's got his second bucket of the night.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
James kicks to DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And it's Rose penetrating. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Sacramento making some changes. Mitch McGary's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Aaron Gordon in for Fareed. And then for Toronto, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Batum comes in for Cauley Stein, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And he sinks the second.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
McGary passes to DeRozan. Fader on the way. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Sacramento leading by 7. Cannon kicks to DeRozan. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Batum sets a screen for Rose. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
On the wing, James. Defended by Batum. Shot's good. And that's now 6 points for LeBron.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
There's a screen. And it's Harris off the drive. Outside for Batum. Rose dishes to Harris. And he gets it to go. Harris has got 8 points.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap. And looking now to numbers for DeMar DeRozan. A very nice season for him last year. Around 20 points per game last season. 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
And he can't get the first one.
And former Coach of the Year George Karl making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for LeBron. Mack comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Isaiah Cannon. Second free throw, no good. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. There's a family affair.
Here's Mack. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Henderson. Shot is no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And Batum kicks to McCollum. Buries it from three-point range. McCollum's got 5 now.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good, Hollins.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And here's McCollum. Here's Harris. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Kings lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 10 points and 1 assist. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
The big positive, I think, their points in the paint. They were determined to work the ball inside of Ernie. It worked. It's always worked. I got 4 rings. I know it works for a fact. That's why they call me Dr. O'Neal, because I'm a master at being dominant on the inside. Anyway, you got to keep that going, because that will continue to open things up for them on the perimeter.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
The Kings leading. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Isaiah Cannon is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's LeBron in at the 3.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Cannon. Dishes it to James. With the teardrop. And the layup is good. LeBron's got 8.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Outside Rose. Lets a floater go. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Faried, a screen on Batum. The drive by James. It's tipped, but they recover it. The shot's good from Faried.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Ajinça the pass to Rose. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
DeRozan. Rose with the block. He dishes it to Harris. Caldwell Pope kicks to Batum. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Pass to DeRozan. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Makes good on the step-back jumper. DeRozan's got 12 in the game. And one thing about DeMar DeRozan, such sweet mid-range jump shooting accuracy. It was his bread and butter in college, and Greg, the same here in the pros.
And he gets tremendous lift going up, really squares himself to the rim and releases it quickly. Almost an impossible shot to defend.
Toronto calls timeout.
You know, you look at DeRozan. I mean, he wants to expand his game. He's been working on a three-point shot, but hit only 28% from behind the arc last season. That's not going to help you win on the biggest stages.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And, guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Rose.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 13 points and also a block shot.
Cannon dishes to James. Kicks to Gobert. Feeds it to LeBron. Fade away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Here's Rose. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Now here's Fareed. Cans the 12-footer. Fareed's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Rose. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Max checked in for Isaiah Cannon. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Toronto. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Shot clock at 5. 17-foot shot on the way. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Here's Mack. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. inside. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Looking here at some numbers for Batum. How he did last season. Put up about 9 points per, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Sacramento making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. There's the pick. And a wide open look for James. The three-pointer no good.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Outside Rose. Here's Baines. Makes it off the glass. Baines has got 6 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's DeRozan. 12 points for him. Mack, the pass to James. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams.
Boy, Kevin, I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. You know, last year where they were great, excellent from the line. This year, they're hoping to do even better.
Now Rose, 15 points in the game for the tie. Gobert with the block. Batum against LeBron. LeBron is doubled. Gobert the screen. And Mack kicks to Gobert. Kicks it out to James. Knocks down the three ball. LeBron's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Now here's Batum. Wide open. Sacramento grabs the miss. Gobert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And guys, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And Batum kicks to Cauley-Stein. Rose goes in. Toronto needs to get off a shot. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Caldwell-Pope. Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. James kicks to Gobert. They set the pick. Three-pointer. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Caldwell-Pope's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Rose dishes to Baines. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Last year, getting it done. 4th in blocks. And he did his share on the glass. Battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
He was a shot-blocking machine last season, too. Just as you said, top 5 in the league. He gave no ground to anybody.
Here's Baines, defended by Gobert. Batum passes to Caldwell-Pope. 5 on the clock.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
No good with the triple. And Mack kicks to LeBron. There's 31 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Again, Sacramento.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
There's a good screen. Here's Rose. It's hauled in by Gordon. Here's DeRozan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. DeRozan's got 16 points. Outside Rose. Shoots. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Kings on top, up 9. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Toronto trails by 9. So for Toronto right now, we've got Alexis Ajinça, C.J. McCollum out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Cauley-Stein, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And it's sent back by McGarry. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Kings leading now by 9. Here's Cannon. They set the pick. There's the dish to McGarry. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Anderson. And it's sent back by McGarry. Ajinça dishes to Bazemore. Stolen by Gordon. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And Cannon gets it to go. Cannon's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Kings. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Kings.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Here's Cannon. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And the pass to Anderson. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Clock at 6. Cannon, the pass to Fareed. The timely screen gave him a step, but he took it all the way. Fareed's got the lead up to 11 now for the Kings. Toronto calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Dance Team.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Thanks a lot, Doris. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Over to the wing. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Ajinça. Cannon with the rebound. Cannon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Beyond the arc. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Cannon. Cannon's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here's McCollum. DeRozan defending. McCollum no good.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
Fareed no good. Toronto trails by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And it's Harris off the drive. And Fareed sends it back. And DeRozan kicks to Gordon. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago and never really got back on track.
That free throw good from Gordon.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
Now here is Harris. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Cannon dishes to James. Fader on the way. That's good. LeBron's got 9 points here in the second half.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And, boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
6 to shoot. And the basket by Rose.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace. And that was far from it.
Cannon, the pass to Gordon. Pass to LeBron. Fires from 18. And again, LeBron missing.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Here's Cannon. Puts up the baby hook. And again, it's LeBron James. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Rose kicks to Harris. Back to Rose. Takes it from 10. And again, it's Toronto converting. Sacramento leading by 14. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Toronto.
Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Toronto ball.
Toronto trails by 14. Rose with the ball. Over to the left wing. Again, Toronto.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Gordon. Pass to Cannon. 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
This is what this team is all about right here. They're forcing their way inside and having a lot of success. That's their identity. They're a pounded inside team, and that's what they're showing us.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Gordon.
Nice numbers from Gordon. He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The feed to Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's DeRozan. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Kenneth Faried's checked in for Sacramento. He's perfect from the line this time.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014, was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Here's Cannon. Faried dishes to LeBron. Faried against Rose. Tries to save it, and it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. There's 1:47 left to play here in the 4th. James, the pass to Cannon. Back to LeBron. To the middle. Here's Gobert. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 17. 1:31 left in the 4th quarter. Platoon swap here for Sacramento. And then for Toronto. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Ken Bazemore comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Rose. .131 left in the 4th. They set the screen. McCollum kicks to Ajinski. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Kings.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for DeMar DeRozan. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
It's Anderson with the drive. Puts it up from 7. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Kings lead by 17.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Shot off the pick. Shot's good by Baines.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Here's Mack. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thanks, Kevin. LeBron, what have you discovered defensively that enabled you to win this ball game?
I mean, well, they broke us down still off the bounce. We want to do a better job of trying to keep our chest in front of them, but we did a really good job of contesting their shots, and it allowed us to get on the boards and get rebounds.
Perhaps not perfect, LeBron, but certainly good enough. Thank you so much. Kev, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a leadership role in this performance tonight. What'd you think, Kenny?
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
Well, DeRozan is capable of just going off on any night. You know, his leadership, though, that sets him apart right there. DeMar leads by example, and his team feeds off that good energy.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in Atlanta. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a youngster wanna meet the sun. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. Won't live with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks. We gotta ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks.
Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Never knew chill till I met with beef. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew tie till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew cause it's hard to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die upon the block. With a and the vultures fly. And I watch for my life to stop. Hard to see in a cold night. When it's cold at night and my soul in ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight. And I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist. But real homies never turn they back. My homies listen all these tracks. My homies all rapping Mac. We rolling out like Cadillac.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 West side, east side, north side, west side, south side, east side, north side, west side.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. Well, last season was pretty much a lost cause with all the injuries that the Thunder went through. When this team is healthy, however, Kenny, do you feel they should be a top contender in the West?
Oh, when they're healthy, they're one of the best. I mean, the Thunder, with their roster complete, when it's complete and they're healthy, they could contend with anyone. I think they're dominant when their core guys are there. If one or two guys are missing, they play such a vital role that it's difficult for them to sustain any kind of success.
And injuries will be a factor for this team, as it is with every team. But, you know, they've made it to the conference finals over and over and over again. So hopefully they can stay healthy.
And that does it for us. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you a bit later.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. So for the Thunder, their last game, a loss to the Spurs.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. They've got Batum. Rose is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then it's Alexis Ajinça, and it's Harris in at the power forward. And they get it back.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Thunder have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Utah Jazz.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Now, here's Meeks. Right wing. Okafor with the screen on Rose. And Okafor with the basket on the assist from Carter Williams.
Boy, the fifth time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
On defense, Oklahoma City. There's the screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. Ajinça. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Rose. 14 points from him the last game against Utah. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. Carter Williams against Batum. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into.
And the basket by Harris.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Dwayne Casey. He said they'll have to do a good job moving their feet on the defensive end or they'll get dunked on all night. He told me that they are very aware of the slashers and finishers they're facing and will try to turn them into jump shooters. Let's see how successful they are, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Rose, following the score by Oklahoma City. And it's Harris off the drive. First trip to the line for him here.
Harris. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
That's good from Harris. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
He doesn't get the second one. Thunder trailing by 3. Antetokounmpo passes to Carter Williams. And there's the feed to Okafor. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Now here's Rose. Kicks it to Ajinça. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Okafor. Meeks, good.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Got a hand on it. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Good on the shot. Batum's got his first bucket of the night.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Look who's coming out of the court. It's your Thunder Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
To see the numbers on Derrick Rose. Some last season stats for him. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters checked in for Jody Meeks. And it's Burke in for Carter Williams. Now here's Okafor. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Wasted no time on that one. 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Rose dishes to Batum. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Antetokounmpo running.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
For Toronto, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded by Waiters. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then for Toronto, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Batum. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And McCollum subbed in for Derrick Rose. Now, here's Burke. 9-point game his last outing. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Toronto.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
That's good from Scott. And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward, but what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
Now here's McCollum. He feeds it to Bazemore. No good from outside. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and Waiters kicks to Burke. Scott inside. Harris is there. Rejected by Harris. And they'll keep possession. And he recovers it. And Okafor slams it in.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
That was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Now here's McCollum following the missed shot by Willie Cauley-Stein. And the basket by Harris.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his 3-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Waiters. Down low, Okafor. The layup off target.
You know, guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
And the basket by McCollum.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Waiters. And Burke has it in the corner. Picked by Okafor. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Alonzo G is checked in for Oklahoma City.
Alonzo G.
Burke kicks to G. Here's Okafor. Got a hand on it. Here's Bazemore. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. McCollum with the ball. The pass to Harris. That will count. No good on the buzzer beater. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Toronto leads by only 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side out for them the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
I like that. Or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City trailing. So for Toronto right now, Batum is out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Rose. And it's Ajinça in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Outside Rose. He kicks to Ajinça. Okafor with the steal. Here's G. Okafor, the pass to Meeks. Okafor in the post. Batum grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And guys, Nicholas Batum is a real greyhound on the floor. The guy's got long strides, runs fast, long and limber. Clarkie, he covers a lot of ground.
Extremely active at both ends of the court, Kevin. Great versatility. He can defend 3 positions, and he's played big minutes for the Blazers.
And guys, now the NBA has what's called player tracking. I mean, they can show how much ground a player can cover over the course of a season. And Nicholas Batum, always amongst the leaders. 2 seasons ago, he was number 1.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Rose.
And Batum with that slender build, you know, you like his height and length, but he can get pushed around at times. I think he could still stand to add some strength.
And so he makes both from the line. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Carter Williams dishes to Okafor. It's stolen by Ajinça. Now here's Rose. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Caldwell-Pope, and that one comes up a bit short.
Well, clearly he's got some nice moves in his bag of tricks. But where's the finish? You got to get the result.
Meeks, good.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Okafor sets the pick for Carter Williams. Pick by Okafor. Carter Williams kicks to Okafor, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Scott's checked in. 6 to shoot from the arc. And that one's good by G. G's got his first 3 points of the game. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. This is to Carter Williams. Pass to Scott. Can't get it to go. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Rose with the ball. Now defended by Carter Williams. Batum, good.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Here's G. Out left to the wing. Now Carter Williams. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Here's G. That one a little long. Toronto shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. They set the pick. Cauley Stein passes to Rose. Toronto needs to get off a shot from deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Now here's Carter Williams. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for G. Dion Waiters comes in for Meeks. And it's Burke in for Michael Carter Williams. And then for Toronto, Aaron Baines comes in for Alexis Ajinça. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Cauley Stein. Count the bucket. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And Waiters kicks to Scott. Back to Waiters. Pulls it up. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Here's Scott. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Shot's good by Waiters. And here's Rose. Scott pulls it in. Thunder have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Burke dishes to Antetokounmpo. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Antetokounmpo's got it all tied up now for the Thunder. Outside Rose. feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Harris misses.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
To the right side. Here's Burke. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Now here's Rose. D right on him, and the basket good. And Toronto leads by 2.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. And with the moment, let's check out the stats for Waiters, how he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, points, you got to have them. I mean, they do keep score. That's what makes him really valuable in that second unit, points.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Okafor's checked in, and then for Toronto. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and McCollum subbed in for Rose. Here's Waiters, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside. And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Free throw, no good for Waiters. You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
To the paint, here's Okafor. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And that's 10 points for Jahlil Okafor.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Bazemore passes to McCollum. Harris setting the pick for McCollum. The dish now to Harris. Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got 7 points for the quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Antetokounmpo passes to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Waiters atop the key. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. McCollum kicks to Batum. And it's Harris off the drive. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. There's Hollis Jefferson. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Toronto ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 12 points and 1 block. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
That's a nice quarter for Harris. He has 12 points and also a block shot.
Oklahoma City trailing. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Mike Scott out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Carter Williams. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Okafor in at the center position. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
But they get it back. Here's Ajinça. They shoot again, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Free throw good, Ajinça. Thunder trailing by 4. Here's Carter Williams. Okafor sets the pick for Carter Williams. The offensive rebound. That's good. And that's 12 points for Jahlil Okafor. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Outside Rose. And he drops it in from the low post.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Carter Williams with it. Okafor with the screen on Rose. Got a piece of it. They get it back. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. No what? And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only one make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Harris outside. Back to Rose. Pass to Harris. Batum for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Carter Williams against Rose. Carter Williams dishes to Okafor. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there. And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size. He's a good athlete. He plays hard. But he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, going back to Michael Carter Williams, he is a polarizing prospect. For example, Greg, and you played the position, he gives you a lot of assists, but he also averages over 4 turnovers a game. That was just last year.
Yeah, that's true. And he gives you plenty of rebounds and steals as well. But sometimes the shot also, Kevin, not necessarily where you'd like it to be. At times he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. This guy just really struggled. But the talent is there. It's just going to take some time for him to mature. And the jury's really still out on him.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Okafor. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Rose against Carter Williams. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Scott, good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams.
Boy, Kevin, I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. You know, last year where they were great, excellent from the line. This year, they're hoping to do even better.
Now here's Carter Williams. They set the pick. Okafor, the pass to Carter Williams. Okafor with the screen on Rose. Carter Williams kicks to Okafor. Shot clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And what a tremendous game for Okafor. He has 14 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
This is his first free throw of the game.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Good on both. Toronto with the ball. It's a 1-point game. Rose dishes to Batum. Goes up at the stripe. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And it's Okafor missing. Toronto leading by 3. Caldwell Pope kicks to Rose. Harris a screen on Carter Williams. Rose goes in. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's G. Outside, Meeks. That's good. Meeks got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Harris a screen on Carter Williams. And it's Rose penetrating. And the basket by Harris.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Look who's coming out of the court. It's your Thunder Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
A chance to look at the numbers for Carter Williams. A very nice season for him last year. 11th in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
He was a consummate playmaker last season, too. Completely unselfish, always has his head up, looking for the open guy.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Scott. Dion Waiters comes in for Meeks, and it's Burke in for Michael Carter Williams. They set the pick. Now here's Waiters. He is guarded by McCollum for the lead. Burke can't get it to go.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Well, clearly, guys, Trey Burke is a guy who is talent, drafted number 9 overall 2013, grew up in Columbus, Ohio, went to the University of Michigan. But so far, you know, Greg, in the NBA, he's been a bit of a tweener.
And that's a great point. And part of the issue is, you know, he was a scoring guard in a point guard's body. And one thing that happens in college when you're the best player, it's a lot easier. Now you move up to the next level, you have to change what you do on the floor to impact the game, and that's been a challenge for him thus far early in his career.
Interesting. And he gets it to go. Thunder have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Okafor sets the pick for Burke. They get it back. Another shot. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
The Thunder have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Toronto.
One shot. One shot.
That one misses for Okafor. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's McCollum. He's covered closely. There's the feed to Harris. But he stays with it. Goes back up. Thunder with the rebound. Okafor's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it to Waiters for the lead. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Toronto with the ball after Dion Waiters' miss. Harris and Okafor with the block.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
The Thunder have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Pick by Okafor to the inside. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 4 assists now tonight.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's McCollum. He has 5. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Harris up top from the high post. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Burke kicks to Okafor. 1 second separating the shot clock and game time.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Waiters up top. 8 points for him. Can't hit from 12. McCollum can't hit. And we've reached the end of the third. Toronto leads by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Toronto leading by 4. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Rose is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Batum. Then there's Harris. And it's Ajinça in at the 5 spot. Such a wide open look. That's 12 points for Nicholas Batum. Thunder shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Now the pass to Carter Williams. Baseline J on the way. And he drops that one in. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Rose against Carter Williams. Out to the right wing. Ajinça the pass to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. No good from outside. Thunder trailing by 4. Right side Scott. Oklahoma City moving it around. Waiters dishes to Carter Williams. He kicks to Meeks. Pass to Scott. On the money from 12 feet away.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
Here's Rose. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And, you know, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the charts.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. For Giannis, it's not just his physique and length. Clark, he moves insanely well for a guy that size.
Yeah, Giannis also might not be done growing, Kevin.
Right.
How scary is that? I mean, you know, he could be a legit 7-foot shooting guard when it's all said and done. That would be something to see.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Toronto leading by 3. Here's Ajinça, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Take a look at what Ajinça's done. 9 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. So he comes up empty at the line.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on you.
Now, here's Scott. The jump hook, and it's blocked.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Meeks with the steal. Dishes it to Carter Williams. Pick by Okafor. Knocked loose. Antetokounmpo kicks to Okafor. Meeks passes to Scott. With the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 24 points for Jahlil Okafor.
And that's a really deft touch right there, guys.
And he just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Really well done.
And you know what? No need to catch it in a situation like that. He's got terrifically soft hands, and that finish doesn't allow the defense to react.
Toronto calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. And he gets the bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Carter Williams. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Batum. Antetokounmpo dishes to Okafor. Meeks inside the three-point line. Money from the wing. Toronto's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Carter Williams against Rose. He dishes it to Ajinça. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
2 shots.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
OKC, make some noise for your Thunder Girls.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Feeds to Okafor. Toronto grabs the miss. Ajinça's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Caldwell Pope. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here is Rose, following the score by Oklahoma City. Harris a screen on Carter Williams. And it's Rose penetrating. Harris up top. Takes it off the glass. And Toronto leads by 5.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. From outside, off the mark. Toronto leading by 5. Rose kicks to Ajinça. That's tipped. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Carter Williams against Rose. Okafor with the screen on Rose. Outside, Meeks. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
And in a close game like this, it can be won or lost on the boards. They've got to keep it up.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Burks is checked in. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Toronto. And it's Harris off the drive, inside. A shot by Batum, no good. Thunder trailing by 5. Antetokounmpo passes to Okafor. Meeks, good. Now here's Rose. Outside for Batum. Three-pointer. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 6. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. .151 left to play here in the fourth. Now Burke. The dish now to Antetokounmpo. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. 9 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Toronto calls timeout. They lead by 4. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Rose kicks to Harris. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And Toronto leads by 6. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. There's 1:34 left here in the fourth quarter. There's 1:34 left to play in the final quarter. Burke dishes to Antetokounmpo to the inside, and he gets it to go. And it's now 26 points for Jahlil Okafor.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 4. 1:27 left in the fourth. 1:27 left in the game. Caldwell Pope kicks to Rose. Inside. Excellent D there from Okafor.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. That drops. Now, just a 2-point Toronto lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Here's Rose. And again, no good by Toronto.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Batum grabs the miss. And an intentional foul right there. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Doing both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 3. We got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, but they'll get another chance. The kick out to Scott. Second chance shot, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
To the line, shoot 2 for the Thunder, Mike Scott.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 2 here. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
They have a chance to tie it up.
A 3-ball would do just that.
And here's Meeks. Misses the 3.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
He set his teammates up with the tune of 12 assists. He's got such great court vision, and tonight he was seeing the whole court very clearly.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.